no, we don't want this. So our people are going through a lot. But now, in fact, we are the most affected. They said a bag of rice in northern Nigeria right now is going for 150,000 naira, 160,000 naira. Yes, you heard me right. 150, 160,000 right now in northern Nigeria. And this is just the beginning. So the northern criminals are like, no, your policies have been, we are the most hit by your policies, and we cannot accept any further taxation from this regime. I don't know who they are talking to. Maybe they are just talking to themselves. But when it comes to Tinubu, this is almost a done deal. Yeah, there may be some, what do you call it? There may be some pushback where people are going to be like, no, we no go agree. We no go agree. Oh, we no go agree. Story. The moment they get the lawmakers paid, nobody collect their own share, you will just hear it that it has passed. Because according to them, they are doing it in your interest. This whole thing is in your interest. Okay? If you want Nigeria to be like Lagos, you need to let Tinubu build Nigeria for you in the image of Lagos. It's now becoming like a threat, though. Every time they say, let us just let's let me wait for Tinubu's reform. Tinubu's reform is going to change Nigeria, blah blah blah. Everything doesn't sound like a threat now. It's always been a threat anyway. It's just that not many of you paid attention. More companies are now leaving, and this is due to multiple taxation as well. The not conducive environment to do business. So people have listed how many companies have now left Nigeria since 2020. I don't know if, I think I have the list here to some extent and when they left, okay? So for example, in 2020, right? But let me put it on my screen. The companies that left Nigeria. In the last 4 years, many more are living as we speak. But according to the Ronukus, their belief is that, those companies cannot compete. It's because they are leaving Nigeria because they can't compete with the local companies in Nigeria. But when companies leave Nigeria, listen, they are living with jobs. So more and more people, this poverty data that you have had in Nigeria, actually comes from these companies that, companies that have 1,000 workers, 500 workers, 200 workers, 3,000 workers, and 1,000 here and there. Once they packed and left, those people become jobless, start looking for another job in a country where or more. You go have to go and do some, some spiritual battle, except you become the APC, Vuvuzela. On social media, the data boys, they call them. Once they send you data, you can go online and begin to defend their rubbish. When you are done, you can go back to your LO, to your shito, so to say, as a sewage dweller, where you have to go and lick your own wounds. Listen to this. So, in 2020, briefly, this was when Bukwari was there. That was when Daily Food Nigeria Limited left. Standard Biscuits Nigeria Limited left. Union Trading Company Nigeria PLC left. NASCO Fiber Product Limited left. In 2021, they said over 20 companies shut down in Nigeria. Among them were the Stone Industries Limited, Mufex Nigeria Company Limited, Tower Aluminium Nigeria Limited, Freeman Industries Limited, Shores Foam Limited left. In 2022, they said, according to their record too, they said that over 15 companies left, 15 brands, so to say. We're talking about prominent brands here, right? That was when Errand Products Nigeria Limited left, Mother's Pride Ventures Limited left, Universal Rubber Company Limited left, Gorgeous Metal Makers Limited also left. In 2023, this also had over 40 businesses that left. Prominent among them are ShopRite Nigeria Limited, Glasgow GSMK, you remember those ones? GlaxoSmithKline Consumer Limited, Procter & Gamble, Unilever Nigeria Limited, Nigeria PLC, Sanofi Aventis Nigeria Limited, Equinox Nigeria Limited, Nigeria, so to say, Boat Food and Jumia Food Nigeria, they all packed up. So this year, 2024, more than 30 companies have also left, 30 businesses. Prominent among them are, you have the Diageo PLC, you have the Microsoft Nigeria, Total Energies Nigeria, what else again? You had the PZ Cousins Limited, Kimberly-Clark Nigeria Limited. These were just a few prominent ones, you say. I think I had others. Oh, I think it's a combination of what you call the prominent among them in the last 4 years. The Procter & Gamble's, Unilever, GlaxoSmithKline, Consumer Nigeria Limited, PLC, GSK, Sanofi, Boat Food, Equinor, Jubilee Syringe Manufacturing, right? Shell, ShopRite, especially in Kano, so to say, Kimberly-Clark, PZ, Microsoft, Volkswagen also left ahead, right? So all of these companies left, and according to the Ronukus back then, these companies were just companies that couldn't really compete. So no wonder that Werewike told us that all of us not happy. Are you happy? Yes, I am. Okay, this is not for you. For those who are not happy with the way Tinubu is ruining Nigeria, with the way APC, Egbekebe have destroyed Nigeria, Werewike said you will never be happy. High right.
I know so many people are not happy. You don't expect everybody to be happy in life. We are happy that we are happy. Are you not happy? Me, I'm very, very happy. Those who are not happy, may you not be happy. So we are happy because we have seen that there are signs that things will change for better. There are signs that things will change for better. Things were very bad. We have all forgotten. We just want miracle. We need to be patient. Just like what the Buhari chairman said, that when they said I'm the one coming, they were crying. You are lucky. Some of you don't even know somebody. What was making you to cry? Have you seen me before? Or because when you watch me on television, you say, he has come, we'll run away. If you do what you run away, you run. We say we are going to fight insecurity. Are we not fighting insecurity now? We have not said we have come to the level where we say, okay, no more security. But go home and say that. Don't also say that we promise there will be no form of crime. No. Nowhere in this world, even in America. You saw the other day they wanted to kill Donald Trump. Didn't you see it? Look at the level, at that level, presidential level, where they have all the security. There was crime. I thank God he didn't die. So nobody should think that there will be no one form of crime or the other. No. The security agencies are doing their best. If you get the report of what they do every day, you will marvel. They are doing their best, and I thank them very well. On Friday, of course, we are going to launch another security scheme where we are going to make sure whether you call yourself that you are not the cause, it's not my business. Stay in your state and beg. FCT cannot be center of beggars. FCT cannot be center of beggars. It's the only city we have in Nigeria to showcase the world. Security scheme where we are going to make sure whether you call yourself that you are not the cause, it's not my business.
Because according to Wiki, they are trying their best. I don't know if it is the recordings, the last 3 or 4 videos of Wiki I have seen. It seems the man is not well. But I don't want to diagnose him by just looking at him. Here you get. His voice seems to be somehow like leaving him. I hope by 2026, no be only sign language where we can go to TikTok. Eh? And that will be very aggressive. You know, when people are doing the sign language, when they are talking like that, so they are like very soft. Here you get. But because of the kind of person where the wiki is, now aggression, then go take the do sign language. Like that. I don't know if it's just me or some of you have been observing that too. Or maybe it's just this time it's got a cold or something. You know? Seems his voice seems to be like leaving him gradually. Remember with the wiki is like like that. But now that thing has become like that. So his message to the beggars, the Nigerians, that they have impoverished with their policies, with their looting and all that. With the wiki has told them to go back and beg in their own states, all right? Because they are considered as a security threats. You know, yesterday we had a program where I said to be poor in Nigeria is actually a crime. It's like a sin. If you are a poor person in Nigeria, you are suspected of almost everything. As a poor person, if you are in a room, something goes missing, you will be the first suspect. You'll be the first person they will suspect and say, what are you looking for? Man, did you see my phone? Yeah, African Wala, I beg, did you see my phone? I'm looking for my phone. Then everybody will just turn around and look at that, the poorest person in the room. And the person will be like, what? Why are you all looking at me? No, I didn't take any phone. No, this is my pocket. Oh, this is my pocket. Oh, see, oh, this is my bag. Oh, check my bag. I didn't steal any phone. No. So nobody said you steal any phone. We're just asking if you see the phone. No, I didn't see any phone. No, I didn't see. I mean, you don't notice that? Yeah, I think all of us are guilty of that. Eh? When something goes missing inside the room, whoever we consider as the poor or the poorest in that room, nobody looks at that person that they believe is well-to-do. That a well-to-do person will steal a phone, or a well-to-do person will steal money, or it's always the person who is the poorest in this room, or who is the ugliest, who is the most ugliest person in this room. It must be that person. Okay, no, for the ugliest, that one will say if they're fat, if somebody mess inside the room, where everybody is looking nice and all that, fine boy, fine girls and all that. So then when somebody messes, right, like fat, the next thing everybody will begin to look at the direction of the ugliest person in the room, as if to say, you know, Ramisha, it is a Nigerian thing that you'll be like, come on, if you are poor, it's like a sin. You are the first suspect. even though those who are sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria, they are those in government, those who have the power to end terrorism. They are those who have turned it into an industry, making money from this terrorism, sponsoring, supplying weapons to terrorists. But we've had evidence of where, government outside Nigeria have indicted supposed people that you would never probably believe they are involved in terrorism. What did Nigeria do? Nigeria shielded them. But today, the elite in Abuja, led by Wike, they are suspecting those of you that Nigeria has happened to, who are now beggars, children who are out of school, begging. There is no plan of rehabilitating them, empowering them. Rather, they are being blamed for the insecurity in Abuja. So according to Wike, you have to go back to your state and beg, because you have become a threat to us.
Security scheme where we're going to make sure whether you call yourself that you are not the cause, it's not my business. Stay in your state and beg. FCT cannot be center of beggars. FCT cannot be center of beggars. It's the only city we have in Nigeria to showcase the world. We will not allow that. We will not allow it. I didn't say it is good. Some of you choose to beg. Some of you choose to beg. So we will not allow that. If you want to beg, you can come to these village areas. Security scheme.
So they are launching a security scheme to go after beggars and get rid of them from Abuja for safety. And Asari Dokudom have said that the reason why he is upset with Tinubu is because Tinubu empowered somebody like Wike to be causing problems in Rivers State. I didn't ask Tinubu that he wanted a pipeline contract. That's not true. That Wike is causing problems for Fubara, a Ijaw man, the first and only Ijaw man to be governor of Rivers State. And he supported Tinubu because Tinubu saved his life. This is the lie, but you can let it flow. Let it fly. He said Tinubu saved his life when Obasanjo wanted to kill, not because of Tinubu, Obasanjo would have killed him. That when Obasanjo locked him up, it was Tinubu that was feeding his family. Okay, maybe that is true. But Tinubu didn't save him from Obasanjo. No. You remember the story? Don't worry, I'll repeat the story quickly. When Obasanjo wanted to deal with the Niger Delta terrorists, which Asari Dokudon was one of them, they called them Niger Delta militants, who claimed to be fighting for the marginalization of the Niger Delta people. And therefore, they started attacking oil installation, kidnapping, the oil expatriate, oil workers, and all that in Niger Delta. So Obasanjo now invited them to Abuja. Upon getting to Abuja, they lodged them in a presidential hotel there, like Nikon 18, Nikon 18 Hotel, Abuja, presidential suite, all of them, for like a week. They couldn't see Obasanjo. It was all planned. So they told them to go back. That when Obasanjo comes back into the country, he will call them. So 2 months after, Obasanjo said they should go and bring them again. Rather than take them to Hilton Hotel, they took them straight to Kuje prison. And that was where Asari Dokudom and others spent the next 7 months of their lives. According to him, Obasanjo even locked him in a dungeon, like solitary confinement, so that he will lose his mind, he will run mad, and they will return him back, but he didn't lose his mind. So that's why he hates Obasanjo so much. And it was Tinubu who was feeding his family, his children, when he was away. So which means maybe Tinubu was among those who bought them weapons to be kidnapping oil workers around that time. Because that's the only connection I think they probably should have. So he said that is why he supported Tinubu. And right now, Tinubu decided to go and empower Wike. So while I was listening to that, in my head, I was like, okay, waiting be Yoruba on in all of this now. Remember that days ago, he was ranting. How the Yorubas are betrayers. Yorubas betray, they are betrayers. They are, yeah. So it was all because of whatever he had with Tinubu. So he said it wasn't about oil pipeline contracts. It was because Wike is trying to destabilize Mubarak's government. And it was Tinubu that is giving him that power. That's why he's upset. Why not just face Tinubu? We think concern Yorubas in that. So Wike is the reason why Asare Doku dump, Asare Doku pig, called Yorubas betrayers. Listen.
Will you say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu,
I'm with you.
Will you say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is succeeding or failing as president, given the reality in the country today? And to still go back to your matter with him, you said you emptied your bank account, you spent a lot of money, and Tinubu is there in Abuja. You are not benefiting anything. So what would you like to benefit from him? Now that you helped him, you supported him, and he's there. He has forgotten people who supported him.
To my broadcast, if you had listened to my broadcast in full, I met President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. I met him, both in camera and behind camera. And he asked me, are you interested in pipeline? He will be listening now. And I told him, I'm not interested in pipeline contract. He's alive. I told him, I am not interested, but I can assist those who are doing the pipeline contract in any way I can for your government to succeed. But I'm not interested. So I never said that it was personal gain I was looking for. I clearly said in all my broadcasts that my needs are very small. My needs are very small. So what I'm trying...
That this conversation is not personal. But a lot of people would disagree because you've made statements such as that if President Bola Tinubu fails, we should hold you responsible. So my question is, should your people...
I stand by that statement.
So should the Ijaw people, the Ogoni people, the people of Niger Delta, should they hold you responsible for the fact that their ministry has now been scrapped?
I stand by that statement.
Yes. So should the Niger Delta people hold you responsible? Are you taking responsibility for the Niger Delta ministry being scrapped, since you said you would be taking responsibility?
That is why I am crying out. That is why I am crying out. Because I am vigorously liable to any infraction of the exploitation of the Nigerian people, not just Niger Delta people. Because I stood in front of everybody. And I'm not going to deny what I said. Even if it is tomorrow, Ahmed Bola Tinubu encounters any problem, difficulty, I will still stick out my neck and stand. Because at the time he stood for me, I would have been dead. I would not have been in this program talking to you. Obasanjo would have killed me. If not for people like Ahmed Bola Tinubu who stood by me and did everything for me. So I am not going to be in a hurry. I am not going to be in a hurry to forget that.
Alhaji Dokubo.
It's very clear. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu becoming president, I should be able to tell him the truth. And what is happening in Rivers State, where President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is supporting Nyesom Wike to destabilize Rivers State, to disturb the peace of Rivers State. And as a stakeholder in Rivers State, I feel disappointed, totally disappointed, for the president to allow his minister serving under him to run amok, procure judgments, and all sorts, threatening the people of Rivers State, because what they are trying to do is, we are going to remove FOBRA and nothing will happen. And I'm saying that if you remove FOBRA, something will happen. If you try to remove FOBRA,